Welcome to Carry Code. You may be looking at the screen right now going, what in the world is on that screen? This may look familiar, but what is everything else? Well, I'm going to tell you. These are the items that got me into everyday carry. And I really want to talk about what got me passionate about everyday carry, why I carry today, and I want to hear about what you guys have, what got you into everyday carry as well. And honestly, I'd love to find more out about the items that I have here. If anybody knows too, in the comments after you're done watching the video. So, as a young kid, I inherited some things from my grandfather. He unfortunately passed away long before I was born, but he was, in a manufacturing environment, worked in like some quality products. And so he typically carried some tools with him. So when I was a little bit older, 5, 6 years old, my grandmother passed down some of these items to me. So honestly, the one that really sticks out to me the most is this one. I remember carrying it many, many, many times with me. It's this nice little leather pouch that was made in Germany. It's very old. You can see time has not been kind to it, nor maybe me as a child. But it had two really cool tools here in it, which was this little level made by Williamsburg Manufacturing Company out of Williamsburg, Massachusetts. And this, which is a nice little compact pencil. So, I mean, it's been long since worn out from the pencil standpoint. And, I could replace it, but I guess sentimental part of me doesn't want to. The eraser also, even by the time I got it, many, many, many years ago, had already hardened to the point where it wasn't useful. So you can see here where I kind of picked away at it until it was actually somewhat usable. But these were the two items that really first got me into everyday carry. Even as a kid, I just loved to put these in my pocket. Like, what use did I have for a level as a kid? Not much. But those couple of times when I was helping my dad with a project, hanging something or doing something around the house, I could go grab this and put this on and just have, a little tool of my own, something that I always had with me. And this pencil was, I don't know, just neat, and it's super lightweight because it's like aluminum. And you see the pins that I've had on the channel. If you've watched any of my other videos, that I really like these compact pens and pencils that fold down into a small size that then can open up and be more like a full size, so you can actually get it up here and hold it and not have it cramp your hand. So, I mean, I guess this is what got me into that style of pen to start out with. But I just loved playing with these as a kid, and I tried to look up some about this Williamsburg Manufacturing Company. There's really not much out there. I mean, my grandfather passed away, I think, in the early 70s or so, mid 70s, and this company merged with another company, and best I can tell, that merger happened around 1925. So presumably this was machined and made pre 1925. So this thing had to even be old when my grandfather was using it for his work to check quality in the manufacturing facility where he worked. So I don't know, just really cool items, and that sparked my interest. And with this little pack, with the level and the pencil and the thing, also came this, a little inspection magnifying glass, little 10 times zoom, kind of like a jeweler's loop almost, right? That he could then kind of look and see if there were any imperfections. And I spent many an hour as a kid trying to make this light things on fire with the use of the sun, but was never successful. But it was just cool to have, just to have in your pocket. You could pull it out anytime you saw something cool. You could try to get, a better look at it, see things that you wouldn't normally see by zooming in. And so really, I mean, all these things here just sparked an interest and a curiosity in having tools and being able to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do if you didn't carry everyday carry items with you. So this was another one, just a nice little leather pouch with another magnifying glass, and this one wasn't quite as useful for me as a kid, but still, I'd throw these things in my pocket and carry them around, and I'd be able to have some useful items that would entertain me or help me with a project. And same thing with this, just a nice little old tape measure, had some metric conversions on it. So this is made by a company called Barlow. It looks like my grandfather had gotten it from this company, CMI, Centrifugal and Mechanical Industries, out of St. Louis. I'm going to guess that was either the company he worked for or somebody that, he maybe worked with as a supplier or something. So nothing special here, just a little tape measure, just a couple foot that it can do. But, to me, like that ultra compactness, again, just sparked this curiosity in me to be able to carry the tools that you needed when you needed them. One I don't have that I also used a ton as a kid came from one of my other grandfathers or great grandfathers. And it was just some kind of makeshift thing that he had made, but I've lost it over time. I wish I still had it, but it was just a super simple little piece of fabric that had a little magnet on the end of it. And so it was kind of like a little fishing hook, magnet, if you will, right? If you've all seen the videos where people throw the big magnets in a river and pull out junk from the river, think the same thing, but just scaled down. So like a little 6-inch piece of string attached to a little magnet. And I don't know how many times I sat there and tried to fish things out of like air vents and things like that with that little thing. And again, just getting me interested and sparking interest in having tools that can solve problems with you when you need them. And then, it was further fostered by my uncle who really got me into pocket knives, with the Victorinox here that I have, gave me my first knife. I don't know, I was probably between 7 and 10 years old at the time. And, every kid at that age needs to have a good pocket knife and start learning the safety of how to use it. So he gave me this one. So I've had this for many, many years. This blade right here is the only one that has ever cut me and drawn blood. As I was closing it right after I got it at Christmas time, I was kind of holding it like this and closed it and sliced off part of my thumb. So it taught me an early lesson to never do that. So this model, forgive me if I butcher this name, but Officer Suisse, which translates to Swiss officer. So this is kind of a replica of what a Swiss officer would carry with him with the set of tools that he would need. So it has, of course, the larger blade on it there. It has a smaller blade as well. It has a corkscrew, has a toothpick, and a set of tweezers on the other side. Let's see here, what else do we have in here? We've got a little hook. There's a pair of scissors. You've got a little awl, I believe, what's that called? I never use that tool, so forgive me if I got that wrong. We have a nice pair of scissors with a little spring in it as well. So just a nice little tool set. You got a couple of flathead and can opener in here as well. So I don't typically carry a Swiss Army style knife with me anymore, just because I like something with a thinner profile. And as I've chronicled, I also do like to have something that has a locking mechanism for the blade. Because of this knife, here's also got the saw on it as well. After slicing my finger with this guy, it taught me the value of a good lock on a knife. So this guy is one of the reasons why that is why I carry kind of a more regular pocket knife instead of this guy. So thanks to my uncle, that's what sparked then the knife interest in me. So amongst all of these items here, then this is kind of really plus the magnet that I don't have shown is what really got me interested in everyday carry. It sparked the interest at an early age. It taught me that having something, even if it's not a full-size item, even if it doesn't have the full functionality of what you need, having something readily available is always better than not having what you need when you need it, which is what has driven me to have this interest in everyday carry and pocket knives and having the tools with me that I need and being prepared. Not to say that I'm a doomsday prepper or anything, but I like having all of the tools that I need at my disposal. There is not a day that goes by that there's not a situation that someone else or myself needs a tool, a flashlight, a charging cable, something, right? It doesn't even have to be a pocket knife or an actual tool. It can be things, in your everyday tech backpack or your travel setup as well. But having the things that you need when you need it is important. And this is what sparked the interest for me. So I'm not going to go on any longer on this. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what got me started and some of the things that I have and I cherish. I don't really carry these anymore because they're so delicate, and because they have fond memories for me, and I don't want to risk losing them at this point. But I don't know if you guys know anything more about any of these items. Whether it's the Williamsburg manufacturing company that made this level, if they made this pin as well, or if that was something that was picked up separate. If you know anything about this little, like jeweler's loop, it was made in Japan. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know more about the history, where they came from, if these companies still exist, do they still make products like this? Because I'd love to be able to have some modern versions of these as well. Certainly the pencil, this level, because it has a fond memory for me, and even something like this magnifying glass would be really helpful to have as well. We certainly know there's 1,000,001 small tape measures that are out there these days as well. But yeah, tell me if you know anything more about these products in the comments below, and tell me what got you interested in everyday carry. What were the items that really interested you, that got you focused on what you're focused on now? And is there anything that you have from back in the day that they don't make anymore that you wish they still made, or that you wish somebody else would make? Who knows? Maybe if this video blows up, companies will hear that, and maybe they'll get back to making stuff cool like this that harkens us back into our younger ages. So yeah, this is my collection, and keep in mind too, if you're a little bit older, if you have kids, that just something small like giving them a little set like this can spark a lifelong interest, a lifelong hobby, and something cool that they can share with you, and something that they're going to remember their whole life. So keep that in mind too. So hopefully you like this video. This isn't one where I'm really touting anything that you can go out and get today other than, a Swiss Army knife, but I don't think they make this model anymore. So really it's just about, what got me to where I am today. Why did I start Carry Code? What got me interested in EDC items? So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe below, and make sure to leave those comments for the questions that I pose. So thank you, and see you on the next one.